Do you have someone in your life that's overcome by worries? Do you have a loved one who is in the grips of terrible anxiety? Are you saddened by the way anxiety has transformed the personality of someone close to you, someone who is almost unrecognizable now? When someone close to us is anxious, you can feel it. Anxiety robs a person of their joy, their time, and their sense of well-being. At times, anxiety can be so debilitating that the people can develop insomnia or lose weight or have a difficult time accomplishing daily tasks. In this video, I will discuss 4 fast fixes for someone in your life suffering from anxiety. Let me start by telling you a story about why I'm passionate about helping family members of those suffering from anxiety. As a doctor, I was used to having the answers to people's problems, or at least being able to quickly reference materials and come up with a plan. But then someone very close to me went through a period of anxiety so severe that they could barely make it to their job, let alone get through their day. I tried to support them, and I brought them to appointments with doctors and therapists and hypnotherapists and acupuncturists and even neuropsychological experts. And when they didn't get better, I didn't know where to turn. So I began to devote myself to researching solutions for anxiety. I read medical books, textbooks, journals, consulted with talented clinicians about the multifaceted causes of anxiety to find the most trusted and proven solutions. During this time, I compiled hundreds of pages of research on mind and body interventions, therapies, medications, herbal remedies, natural remedies, experimental treatments, and more. At last, I was able to find the right combination of anxiety solutions, professional treatments, and self-help that my loved one needed. And several months later, we were laughing together and enjoying life just like before. Through this experience, I have found that solutions for anxiety that I had been seeking, and now I'm in a position to help many more people who don't have the answers like I didn't, and who don't have to suffer like I did. I'm honored to share these life-changing anxiety solutions with you. I'm Dr. Nicole Cain. I'm an anxiety expert and integrative mental health consultant. I've helped thousands of people get their lives back, and I can help you. I've worked with individuals and families from all over the world and experts from all over the globe. I've developed powerful integrative strategies that literally change the way my clients think and feel. I'm passionate about helping people overcome anxiety, and so now I'm sharing these life-changing strategies with you. If you have a loved one that is suffering from anxiety, I have 4 fast fixes to help them get started on the healing journey. Number 1 is to educate yourself about anxiety and don't give advice. Before you take any action, you need to understand what anxiety is, what the causes are, how it shows up in people's lives. If you've never experienced severe anxiety, it may be difficult for you to understand what your loved one is going through. Therefore, giving unsolicited advice about what to do when you're worried or about something you heard on YouTube or the radio or television will likely not have the effect you're intending. Once you truly take the time to understand their anxiety, the causes of their anxiety, and the solutions that will work for them, then you'll be ready to help in that person's life. It may seem unproductive to tell you that I'm suggesting that you take a few days to learn about these anxiety solutions before figuring out how to help that person in your life, but by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. So trust me, your anxiety about education will help you help your loved one with anxiety much more effectively. Know that I have a copious amount of free information on my website, in my free 7-Day Anxiety Freedom Challenge, and an entire treasure trove of information in my Solutions for Anxiety online course. Number 2, destigmatize your loved one's experience about anxiety. One of the most important solutions to helping a loved one with anxiety is to help them accept that they are suffering from anxiety. However, for many people, admitting that they have some type of emotional or mental concern brings up feelings of shame and inadequacy. So it's important to help your loved one understand that when anxiety starts messing with their life, it is similar to having a broken ankle. It just simply needs addressing. If you've done the research and educated yourself, you will understand that every person alive deals with anxiety, and it's only when the anxiety becomes severe that it begins to debilitate someone and cause chaos in their life. So when you address your loved one with anxiety, make sure you're open-ended, you use empathy, and make sure to take it slow. It is important that you let your loved one know that you care about them and that you've been learning about anxiety and that you're concerned that they may be suffering from anxiety. Let them know that you've been learning a lot about anxiety, and even when someone is suffering from anxiety, they may feel like there are no solutions, that there are actually a lot of solutions out there. Let them know that you are not trying to change them or rush them into anything, but that you really care, and if they want you to help, you're willing to help them make a plan that works for them. The next step is to make sure that your loved one doesn't start to avoid or pull back, and help them start to dig in and slowly take small steps to break free from the trap of anxiety. If you succeeded in having a talk with your loved one about anxiety and they've been receptive, it's time to work on familiarizing a plan to help them stop their avoidance and start breaking free from the trap of anxiety. Remember that a formal meeting works best. Begin with one goal that you can help your loved one set. Then help them break that goal down into a series of small steps. Since we are early in the process, ask them if you can help them with any of the steps. Make sure to work on specific times and dates that they can work on. This way, they're going to be able to add a sense of ownership and structure to their life, which can also help reduce anxiety. One of the key elements of helping a loved one who's suffering from anxiety is getting them to commit to a plan of action. The difficult thing about anxiety is that it often causes people to feel paralyzed, and they feel like they can't start another new thing. At times, it may be necessary to encourage them to participate in treatment options. However, many times getting a person who is suffering from anxiety to begin anything at all is the first positive step, and that can have a huge impact. We do not want to overwhelm our loved ones, so I recommend beginning with only one type of solution. And if your loved one wants to participate in more than one, by all means, encourage that. Remember to give them positive praise for their healthy behavioral changes as opposed to criticizing their fears or other anxiety-driven behaviors. Number 4, check in with them. As a part of your plan, work together on a way to measure progress weekly based on their individual situation, not on some idealized perfection. You can always ask your loved one if they want to try a different anxiety solution or a different intervention if it's not working. There isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. That's why it's so important to gather information about anxiety first, and if necessary, consult with an expert. Knowledge is power, but the knowledge will only help you if your loved one is ready to take action. Sometimes people are able to use an online course or a book to work through their anxiety, and at other times, many clinical interventions are needed. Remember, open communication with your loved one about anxiety. That's key. That way you can help them determine how much help they need and in what time frame and in what dosage. As a bonus, I want to give you tips on how to help your family member with anxiety attacks. Learn what helps stop anxiety in their tracks. See my other videos. I've developed hundreds of tools in video, audio, and written formats that I want to share with you. If you want a more in-depth approach to defeating anxiety and helping someone close to you, sign up for my free 7-day Anxiety Freedom Challenge. Anxiety should not be a life sentence. True mental health is a lifestyle that anyone can learn to live. I became a doctor to help people achieve physical and mental freedom from their symptoms. I have a special passion for helping family members of those suffering from anxiety. Now, as an anxiety expert and integrative mental health consultant, my aim is to help as many people as possible to get rid of the anxiety they have and achieve true freedom. Are you ready to join me on this journey? If so, click the free link below for my Anxiety Freedom Challenge. You can complete the challenge yourself, or you can sign your loved one up. I look forward to seeing you. It's been such an honor.